This is the Arena Sports Show. My name is Clauiee Grace Mpanza, and while today we're doing things a little bit different. One, the influencer is not with me. Secondly, we're here at Melrose Arch to, of course, celebrate a captain who has led the biggest team, that being Orlando Pirates. When you speak about a skipper who has literally gone down to say, listen, I will be resilient, I will continue to fight for my dreams, you have to mention Innocent Maela in that conversation. And that's the man that we'll be having a conversation with, because we are, of course, we're theming this a night of legacy, right? Where we're celebrating his career as he's officially hung up his boots, which has been, of course, a fantastic career, over 200 appearances for Ezimnyama Ngenkani. We get to hear from the man. You know, first of all, I mean, we're here to celebrate you. And I guess the first question to kickstart it would be, when you look into this room, what's the first emotion that comes to you? And really, how does it feel to be celebrated?
Good evening to everyone. Thank you for coming. I mean, when I look in this room, I see greatness. You know, I see people that I started playing when I started my career. You know, my parents, obviously, they were there throughout. But I see greatness throughout this room. Obviously, I'd like to give a special shout out to my ever so quiet agent, Umere Msifalafala, because when everything started with me and others, Pesitao, I think we were like 15, 14, you know, when she believed in us, she supported us. Whenever we wanted to talk about, she was there for us. Whenever we needed to go for trials, you know, she always funded us, you know. So thank you so much, madam, and I truly appreciate that you are here. Yeah, no, thank you so much. You've played a very important role in my life, and you continue to do so. But yeah, I look across this room and I see my friends, Machi now, you know, I see the media team from the club. I mean, look, I see I'm a legend. I think we're surrounded by greatness tonight, and thank you so much for coming through. And like Vashila Machita, I'm not a person that, you know, is out there all the time, but thank you for you guys, because you understand who I am. You know that I love you deeply, even though I don't talk too much, but you know that my love for you is big, and thank you.
No, give him a round of applause for that. All right, so we've heard, I mean, the legends talk about that you missed the game, right? And the biggest question that everybody's asking at 32 years old, why are you retiring so early? Indulge us with that.
So far, I don't miss the game. Maybe give it a few more years, but no, listen, look, the reason being is I started doing this thing, I think like 15 years ago, right? And I've always lived on a schedule. You wake up at this time, you eat at this time, you report. I never really had my own time, and I mean, it's been 3 months, and I'm enjoying owning my own time. But yeah, obviously you miss your brothers, you miss the people that you see every day. You know, it gives you a sense of belonging. It makes you feel like you're part of something. But yeah, at the moment, I'm still enjoying my time. I'll give it a few more months and see where it goes. But yeah, I decided to retire at this age only because of 2 reasons. Number one, I feel like it was the time. I felt deep inside within myself that this is it. You know, you've played your part, you've given it all. And the second part is because I've always wanted to be successful in everything that I do, but I know that it takes time for you to build and get there. So I was like, if I retire now at 32, 33, then the transition period, it gives me more time to prepare myself for the next thing that I want to do, right? So by the age of 36, 37, it's 5 years since I retired. So I would have 5 years for me to work on what I want to achieve for the rest of my life. So those were the 2 reasons why I retired. Obviously, if I wanted to go on and play somewhere else, I would have, but I think the burning fire within myself, it was just, you know, it wasn't there as much anymore. And I didn't want to go to training just for the sake of doing it and getting paid, you know. I've always been the one, I always arrive early, work as hard as I can, because the reason behind it has always been so big. So once the reason decreased, I was like, no, it's time now. Let me dedicate my time to my family, to my friends. Asazo prior chance now. to my family, my friends, and everyone that supported me throughout.
And you know, one thing that Zakes also mentioned in the beginning, in terms of you, Ningwadi, books reading. So now I'm interested to find out, when you were making this decision, what book were you reading or what books were you reading?
Well, I mean, I'm big on finance, so every opportunity I get, I read about money. Robert Kiyosaki is my favorite author. So I wouldn't say the book influenced me, but I would say that the books that I've read made me the man that I am today, right? And I've always engaged with people. What kind of, what's the read that you are currently on? What are you reading at the moment? But I have to be honest, I'm very big on finances. I think that is why I asked even the gentleman there at the back who eat, like, how do you do it? Like, how do you sustain what you have even after football? And all the opportunity I get with all different kind of personals, that's the first question that I ask. Because you learn and learn and learn and you build within yourself. And one day you want to be that example, to the upcoming generation, that this thing of playing football and then 2 years later we hear stories about it needs to end. But you can say it, but you need to be an example. You understand? So that when you go back and you teach other people, you can show them that, no, this is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is what I've done. It's possible. You just need to follow these roads, and then you'll be okay. So no, I mean, when I read, I'm big on finances, but I read. Last week I think I was reading a novel about love. Yeah, since I got married now, things changed there and there. But yeah.
What novel was this?
Jack Slayer. I don't think the name of the book is the leader of the pack, Jack Slayer. So he talks about a kid growing up with a lot of ambitions, and then he falls in love, and then his ambition grows just a little bit bigger because now he's not only doing it for himself, but he's doing it for other people. Yeah, so no, it was a good read, but it's not a book that I would recommend.
We appreciate the honesty. And then, I mean, you talk about enjoying, you telling the gents good side and Sazobraya. So what have you been doing since you, of course, called it quits? I know the swimming pool has been a big maintenance in your life as well. So what have you been getting up to?
Yeah, well, I've been enjoying my time. I've been enjoying owning my own schedule. I've been enjoying spending more time with my family. And one thing I've realized, once you stop playing, people ask you, like, okay, so what's next? As if I've stopped playing 5 years ago. Like, I was playing my last match, I think 3 months ago, so it's still early. It's still in the process of transitioning. But yeah, man, so far I'm enjoying my time. I'm visiting my family members even more. It's just unfortunate that my friends, they're still playing, they're still active every second day. So obviously they have to rest, they have to respect their crafts. But yeah, the time is coming for us to spend more time together.
Kabelo Dlamini was saying earlier on, I get training in the morning, so I'm not drinking anything. I'm just going to drink water. So they asked.
No, you must stay sober because, hey, there, my bro, one mistake. So stay disciplined.
Definitely have to stay disciplined. And then when we go back to your journey, I mean, you speak about Madam here, of course, in terms of assisting you and you and Abu Percy. But growing up, when your mom would send you to go buy bread, I'm told that you always had a soccer ball with you. So take us through your journey and how it started and when you knew that I really want to be a footballer.
Yeah, I mean, just like any other footballer, we started when we were young, playing on gravel fields. You had dreams and ambitions, but you would never think that one day you will make it as far. It's true that I used to have my soccer ball with me everywhere I go because of the love that I had back then for the game. But yeah, I think where it started the most for me is when I joined the academy. I think it was in 2008, somewhere there. And then I really saw that, okay, this thing is actually serious. You need to push, because at that time we had so many quality players in the development. So I had to push, and then the time came that I had to leave the academy. I was studying at UJ at that time. When I tell people that I was studying at UJ, they don't believe me. So I carry my what is this, a student card with me. So once I show them, and they're like, oh yeah, and then I tell them, no, 6 months later I left. Because I had to choose. It's either I continue with my studies or I pursue my career. Remember, my time at the academy was finished. So I couldn't stay at Big Brother Mayfair anymore. So I had to choose between the two. I stay university or I go and I chase my dreams. Obviously, I chose the latter. Then I went to Witbank Spurs. I played there for 2 seasons. And then the journey continued. I went to KZN. I spent 3 years there in KZN, and I was on loan from Orlando Pirates all those years. But I understood, because at that time they really had a top squad. The team was doing well, and the competition at left back, it was very tight. So every time when the season ended, I'll go to the chairman. I'm like, no, you're not ready to go back. Chairman, come on, no, you're not ready to go back. And when the time came for me to come back, and I mean, he was right. And I wouldn't be where I am today without his guidance. It's like he sees things before you, understand? You're like, no, go, you're not ready to go, you'll come back. So yeah, it's been a tough journey, a journey that was, full of struggle. Playing in the NFT for so many years, it's not easy, but I thank my time there because it made my character strong, my will steadfast, and yeah, I mean, so far it has. When I look back, actually, I get so emotional because there was a time where I almost quit the game. I think Zita knows that season. The season before he joined our team, KZN, we were fighting relegation, and we survived relegation on the last game. And before that game, my dad called me and he was like, no, look, you've been there for 4 years playing in the NFT and time is running out. If nothing happens, then you need to go back to school, right? And then I was like, okay, Dad, but let's see what happens tomorrow. Yeah, I understand. And then we played the game, we drew. No, I think we won 1-0 and we survived. Then I called my dad and was like, Dad, please, one more year. One more year, please, one more year. And he was like, okay. Now, you won't believe this. 80% of the players that were playing in that last match where we survived relegation, they started 90% next season where we won the league. We only added Zita, I ended up on maybe like 5 players, and then we won the league. And I was like, this squad, 80% of these players were fighting relegation last season, and now all of us we are on our journey path to success. So I mean, we were so happy. And then 14 days later, our status got sold. Amazulu bought our status. So yeah, it was tough, but I mean, at the end, I think it worked out pretty well, I think.
I think so too. Don't you guys think so? It definitely did. And I mean, Skipper, you mentioned chairman, right? And he's played a very pivotal role in your career. When you listen to the likes of Magents, Brighton, and of course, Figo, when they speak about their first encounter as well, and former other Orlando Pirates players, the encounter of the chairman, it's always different for everybody. Some say you get into the boardroom, you don't look at him in the eye, you sit there, listen to what he has to say, but he has this aura. Do you remember your first encounter where you met him?
Yeah, I remember, I think someone told the chairman that, Norman, there's a boy that is busy complaining. He wants his clearance. So the chairman organized a meeting with my parents, and then he gave me advice. He was like, no, you're still young. Look at you, you're so handsome, you won't survive, like chose. you need to go to the wilderness and struggle a bit and come back. But I mean, for me with him, it was just love. I didn't feel intimidated by him. I saw a father in him, and he guided me throughout the 10 years that I spent at the club.
Sure, absolutely love that. All right, so the other important thing are your teammates. And I mean, we see some of your former teammates here and, of course, played different clubs, right? Talk to us about Brotherhood in the locker room and really some of the special moments that you remember with some of them that are here, that you look back now and you think, man, that was special.
I remember the prize a lot.
You really love your prize, eh?
No, but honestly, like I said, thank you so much to them because they understand who I am. Because if you don't really understand who I am, you think that maybe, I'm not interested in things because I keep to myself a lot. But these gents have stuck with me. They've loved me through, tough times, and look at them smiling there. I don't know why they're...
Yeah, blushing. It's so cute.
No, but honestly, thank you, gents, for everything. I remember when we won our first trophy with Orlando Pirates, some of them were still there. After the 8-year drought,
look at that, bigger nose.
it was amazing, and to go and win, trophies with the time that we had at Pirates. I think we were able to win like 5 in 3 years. So it was special. It was amazing. I love them to pieces. Even though, like you said, I don't talk too much. Maybe I don't text a lot. But every time there's something, those are the chants that always pull through for me. And thank you so much.
Tell me, you look at that table where Bofigo and Abotandi are, right? Indulge us. Who was the craziest in terms of the teammate?
Obvious, Figo.
Figo.
No, Figo. And you know, the funny thing about Figo is that I remember, I think it was during the bio bubble, or just after that, me and him were sharing a room.
Yeah.
And then he was always like, no, mfanunga khathazeki. We will be fine after football. Don't worry. Yabo. Do not worry, we'll be okay. Just have faith, have hope that everything will be fine. And then he said to me, a lot of times players, they struggle after football because they don't really believe that they'll be okay. And I took that and I put it in my heart. I'm sure he's surprised that I remember those words because every day he'll be like, no, we'll be fine. Don't worry, God has a plan. Yeah, when I just believe, keep your faith, something will come up. And I've always held on to that even till this day. I have stories to share. Just there, Abu Vincent, I can't disclose.
Please disclose. Because no, Skipper, people think Mashonisa is quiet. So just give us something.
No, Mashonisa is not quiet. Mashonisa, he has that aura, but he's not that quiet. He's my boy. He stays like 4 minutes away from my house. Even team, and then we have the media team. Like we move. Let me tell you something about the media team. When I first arrived at Orlando Pirates, Osis Tandi, she was there for me from day one. And then I met Umzwa with Dave's on mice. But every time I encountered or I had to meet them, they felt like Abu Putbama Bandal. They were always there for me, they helped me. And I don't think they know the role that they play with my player. Because for them, I think sometimes they go, it's a job. But for some of us, that is why when we engage with them, it's different because they mean so much to us. And that is why every time Magnus cutting it, no, I'll invite you, we will pray, we will chill. So I appreciate you so much, and I'm happy that you're here. Because since day one, you advised me, you guided me, you told me how to behave. If there was any trouble, you were like, no, call us first. Call us, we will sort it out, call us first. So thank you so much.
Oh man, give it up to, of course, the Brotherhood and the team that would love to see. All right. One thing that's always said about playing for this big club, Orlando Pirates, is that your life will never be the same after that. Yes, there's the pressure that comes with it, but there's also the good stories, the good memories, the familyhood that you get to create. But when did you realize that my life has switched now when you joined Orlando Pirates?
I would say when we played Chipa United, it was my debut season. And I remember we were coached by Coach Micho and Coach Rolane. Coach Rolane said to me, I think it was 4 days before the game, and he was like, no, you're starting. Prepare your mind, you're starting. I was like, and remember, by the time I just got promoted, so no one knew me. No one knows anything about me. We played that match, we won 1-0, I won man of the match. After that game, my life completely changed. Completely changed. And that is when I realized the power of the badge. Because sometimes you go to training and it becomes a routine, this thing. But once you play the match and the reaction you get after, now you see, no, my life has completely changed. I had relatives I didn't even know. Now they're calling me. You understand? So your life changes, obviously, because it's a big brand, it's a big institution. I think that game for me changed everything. And the goal that I scored, so it's what I think Vincent was playing. After that, sure. It's like the Pirates, and then I scored good time. They're like, yeah, but for me, those are the two moments that I would say my life now is no longer the same.
All right. And then normally, Zita, did you always want to play in the back line, or now at some point you had goals of wanting to score goals? What was your dream? Come on, Zita, give me an answer quickly.
No, this thing, growing up, we all feel like, simnandi somewhere, somehow.
Yeah.
And then the longer you grow up, you coach by a ball and die, Most of us have those things. Now, goalkeeper.
And I guess your story is quite similar because at some point striker and then converted. I mean, you've had to play as a left back and as a center back as well. Talk to us about those different positions and really also mastering the facility between the two of the back line.
Yeah, so when I joined the academy, I was a striker actually. I was a number 9, yeah.
Oh.
So when they scouted me back in Witbank, I was scouted by Coach Thabo Sinong. It's just unfortunate that he's not here this evening because I would have loved for him to be here. Bank. I was a striker. I was a number 9. So I was taller than everyone else. So they thought I could play as a 9. And back then, I used to score a lot of goals. Obviously, at dusty fields. So when I got to the academy, like all our left backs got injured. And funny enough, more often than not, that is how they convert you to play at different positions. So I started playing as a left back, and I excelled. I got promoted to Yebo, yes. And then they were like, okay, there's something here. But when I started as a number 9, false 9. Yeah, it wasn't popular back then, but I played as a false 9. And that is when people thought, no, hey, udlala njengo Deko. Yeah, it's only now, then I'm old, I was like, Deko, like, what was happening here? But yeah, for me, that is how I got inverted to a left back. If it wasn't for those guys getting injured, I don't think I would have made it as a 9, to be honest.
Sure, I love the honesty after that. The other thing about football, ladies and gentlemen, is that, and I think you saw this, it was quite evident with the Orlando Pirates when Jose Rivera was, of course, the coach, where a team will play really well. You think, oh my goodness, they're in sync, the team is gelling. But then the result might not come. And that's the tough part, where we played well as a team, but we just couldn't win this one. Talk to us about games like that, where you guys played, mara benga hlangan.
Yeah, I think for me, when that happens, I look at myself first, and I ask myself, did you do enough to help the team? If it's yes, then it wasn't meant to be. And you try to inspire the changing room that no chance, we did our best. Obviously, our heads are still down, we are frustrated. But when those games happen, I just ask myself first, did you do enough? If not, then it's upsetting, because you know that you've let a lot of people down, right? But I would love to believe, in my case, like I've always tried to, to put more than 80% in the matches to help my team succeed. Yes, experience helps you also. Fortunately enough, with me, my first season in a big team like Orlando Pirates, we did really, really well. So we didn't have a lot of moments where we suffered. The first season, I think it was a rebuild season, and like everyone loved us. It was a new team. So I was like, okay, the more you play, the more experience you get. So if you don't win this one, it's okay, we will win the next one. So yeah, you just try to inspire Amachito, but you look, no, heads up, chance, we will try again next time. Everyone must do their best, and if that's the case, then more often than not, we succeed.
All right, so you've played with really some incredible personalities who, some of them are here. I mean, you mentioned Figo being the crazy one, but who made you laugh the most? I mean, I look at the squad and I'm thinking, whew, Zakes thinks he's funny sometimes. He's got potential of being funny. Mashanisa as well, same. But amongst your locker room, your teammates, who was the funniest in the dressing room?
Well, before I joined the Pirates, I played for Tsana Royal Zulu. So there was a boy called, well, a guy.
Yeah.
He's old now. There was a guy called Dukhotso. He was best friends, knows it. Yeah, like he was really, really funny. And then when I joined the Orlando Pirates, different characters. I used to have a lot of conversations, no six, and we would laugh a lot, Kabelo, Upole. So fortunately enough, every time when we encounter, regardless of our circumstances at the moment, we will always, turn it into a banter. And I think that is how our bond grew and became what it is today. Obviously, Figo, a character. Zita's always serious, by the way. Yeah, Zita's always serious. If you need advice about life, go to Zita. Yeah, he's always serious to Zita. Team also, he has banter there and there. But if I had to answer your question, it will definitely be Upule, no Zex. Kabelo's just banter. Like, regardless of what happens to you, it's just banter.
Sure, Coco. That's what we expect from you. All right. And then when you look into your journey, we're reflecting, right? Over 200 games for Orlando Pirates. You had a moment where you doubted it, if you should do it, if you should continue. Given the chance, do you do it again? Would you go for it?
Do it all over again?
All over
no,
again?
No. I think a lot of people see the glory, but they don't see the suffering.
Sure.
More often than not, you suffer more than the glory. Because when you win for like 2 hours, but you suffer for like a year in order for you to get those 2 hours. So if I had an opportunity to go back and do it again, no. I look forward to my next life so bad that only because I've sacrificed a lot in my previous, chapter. Because football takes a lot of sacrifice and discipline. Sometimes people think you are disciplined because you are born with it. No. you tell yourself consistently that I'm not doing this, I'm not, and that's not easy. So I'm not telling myself that anymore now. Now I'm joking, but yeah, it was a privilege and an honor for me to reach this milestone. I don't think a lot of players have had the opportunity, you know, to I think after 200 I never played anymore or something. I'm not sure, but I think it's 208 or 209.
It's 2 something.
Yeah, but after I got to 200, I was like, maybe I should have stayed at 190 something. Maybe I could have played even more.
No. We're happy at the 200 club. When now you talk about, of course, you might not do it again. You look at your life now, you say, yes, you're enjoying it, right? And I guess the big question that everybody would want to know is that, so what's next for Innocent Maela? Yes, you say it's been 3 months, but in the next few years, what do you see for yourself?
Well, I'd like to finish my studies. I made a promise to my dad, so this is the time, Dad. I'd like to finish my studies and expand on my businesses. My portfolio is quite okay. Like I said, I'm big on finances, and I don't shy away because I think that is one of the barrier, you know, because when you have to talk about money, people are shy, but you cannot get help if you're not expressive in that department. So I'd like to expand my portfolio, my property portfolio and other businesses like uGrotmanu Itashilo. Yeah. Angiyotshela ukuthi into yenzayo. But that is my focus right now. Obviously, my focus is also with my beautiful wife. Shout out to you, Z. Thank you so much.
Please, we need to give Mrs. Maela a proper round of applause.
Yeah. Because I remember before the season ended, she was like, are you retiring or what? Are you gonna, are you going to make a statement? I was like, no. I mean, there's no need. Abantu mabangasangiboni TV, they will realize what I'm saying. I only found out, I think like a day ago, someone called me in this room and they're like, hey, my prize, this is a scam or what?
Actually, I know who that guy is.
Yeah, I tell you, this is a scam. I was like, hey, no matter, like, I don't know. So thank you so much for organizing all of this. I mean, it's truly special for me to be, to be surrounded by greatness and give me an opportunity to give people their flowers. Because if it was up to me, like, I'm so reserved, I was just probably gonna, chill in my corner until someone, reaches out. So thank you so much. Thank you for understanding the importance of such an occasion. Yeah, so that is my focus now, and hopefully, baby Junior will be.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, that is where my focus is at.
Absolutely love that. So before we go to dinner, right, I want to get a few questions from the floor, and then we can wrap it up. I'll start with the person that thinks he's quiet, but he's not. Mashonisa, there's no way, of course, I'm not going to come to you. If you had to ask a question or really a statement to Innocent Maela, what would you say?
Maya, today is your day, my brother. We celebrating you, your journey has been great, being a great human being, a brother, a friend, a clown, I'm just here to celebrate you, and I love you, man. Football is going to miss you, but then I know we'll meet each other soon. Say Shaila manje.
No, thank you.
Ishaya kanjani Mashonisa? Okay, Shenko boy. So I need something from you as well.
Zinja. Yeah, man, I celebrate when I skip, man. Siyabonga man, ngale jeno sky yona no nginenkuthazo. Uyazi mina nawe besiringa ngenyuku njengobusho yabona. Yeah, but yeah, man, ngiyak appreciate kakhulu and ngiyabonga ukuthi ube khona empilweni yami wanginceda ngezinye zezinto engikwazi ukuzenza vandag, but yeah, njaya man, qhubeka uye phambili ngelieve uhlale ulomuntu owuye, and I wish you all the best nje.
No, ngiyabonga. I hope usayibeka imali. Beka imali.
Usayibeka imali?
Nakanjani?
Sure, Shenko. All right, we're wrapping it up. I just want to come to this table, then we're going to go ahead for dinner. Unfortunately, my good sir, I didn't get your name, but you can introduce yourself for me, and then, of course, a few words for Ino.
There we go. Thank you. Good evening to everyone. My name is Terence Kala. We actually supplied the suit that Innocent is wearing tonight, so that's my claim to fame and how I made it into this beautiful room. I think for me, yeah, it's just an amazing opportunity to be here, just to be in this room and share this space with everyone. I think you initially asked for a question. So I'll ask Innocent a question. I think Innocent, my question is, would you ever consider going into coaching either at youth level or any level at all?
Yeah, I mean, look, I always tell people when they ask me that question that you need to grow into it, right? Because you don't start by saying, hey, one day maybe I can be a coach, especially if you're a footballer. So it's something that you need to grow into it, give it time, find your way, find how you want to, engage with the people, with the players. So I think for me, at this present moment, I wouldn't say it is something that I will look forward to in the near future, but the doors are always open. I think it's something that you need to grow into it. I think you need to find a mentor. I was talking to Coach Uru the other day, Urulane, and then I was like, how did you start this thing? Angitshela ukuthi no, kuye talent. And then he gave me advice, and then he was like, if you want to go into the space, find someone that you look up to, and then ask them ukuthi ube ishadow yakhe. And then give yourself 6 months. If you want to continue, then yes. If you don't want to continue, then stop. Because the one thing that you don't want to do after your career, because you've spent so much time living under a schedule, you don't want to waste your time for the next 3-4 years. So at this present moment, no, I'm enjoying my retirement. but yeah, it's not something that I would say no.
All right, how's marriage life?
Top. Top, yeah. No, there are things that I'm shy about, and there are things that I'll never be shy about. Yeah, no, top. It's been great. And I was surprised when we went to Eastern Cape for Malawali. People are like, we didn't even know. You don't know about our SARS. But yeah, so far it's been good. In a scale up, I think I've gained 5 kilos. You can't see it now, but I've gained. So yeah, it's been amazing. It's been great, and we pray to God that He sustains us. He keeps our union protected, and yeah, we see what the future holds for us. Like I'm saying, babies.
Babies, babies, babies. Zeni, you ready for those babies, girl? Girl. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll allow, of course, just this part to simmer. We'll wrap it up for now. We'll continue, of course, afterwards. Get a few more questions on the floor. And, of course, we've got a few videos from special people that we'll get to play. And, of course, a few speeches around the room as well. But for now, enjoy dinner, bon appetit. And, of course, we'll get the dinner coming to you. So don't worry about that. But you can talk to, mingle around and get to know a few people around you. And I believe Bongani Sex will be serenading us while we enjoying our dinner. Thank you.